Hey guys, and welcome to Janet being Janet. Okay, so let me just tell you, Miss Anne Boleyn has gotten so daggum boring. I don't even know how much longer I can take this. She gonna have to get herself in gear, and she's gonna have to get some entertaining something going on, or Janet's not gonna be able to do this much longer. I try to entertain myself while I'm entertaining others, and if I'm boring myself, I know I gotta be boring y'all. Let me just tell you. So I'm gonna try to get through this, and hopefully y'all can get through this. But if y'all click off, I ain't gonna blame you none. There's times I wish I could click off of some of her videos. So I'll still be here. But if y'all ain't, I get it. Trust me. But this one right here, she says she's getting trolled. We all know that all this is clickbait. But I myself have said I'm going to cover Miss Anne Boleyn. So I'm going to cover Miss Anne Boleyn. So what I'm going to do is I am going to hit play.
Hey guys, welcome to a new Let's Talk video. So we're just gonna get right into it. So first things first is Sweet and Sour. It's where I use a random comment generator from the last week's episode. I choose random comments. I literally choose the ones that pop up first. So this is a way for me not to pick and choose. So let's get into it.
Okay, just one thing. If you have to reiterate over and over and over again, video after video after video again, that this is all at random. Everything is all at random. There is absolutely no chance of you picking your own any one of these comments. If you have to say it continuously, then we know you're lying. Because if you're doing this at random, you don't have to say it continuously. We would know that you're just doing this by chance. You're just doing it, hey, this one came up. But as much as you have to reassure yourself that it's at random, we know it's not at random.
Black Cat Mama said, maybe they AI'd their voice, shrug emoji. So for the ones that do sound like an AI voice, I have also thought that because people brought it to my attention. I didn't think it at first, but when people did bring it to my attention, I was like, maybe people just don't want their voice to be in my videos, which is okay.
It is not okay by you, Miss Anne Boleyn, because you have fought with absolutely everybody that has brought this up to you. You said nothing on your videos was AI. Everything came from your viewers, or everything came from your comments over on Insta. You said that yourself. You stood strong that it is not AI, so you cannot get on here now and say, oops, maybe I was wrong. No, you can't do that. No, you need to go ahead and fully fess up. Fess up completely, Miss Anne Boleyn.
Muted Sound 54 said, at 1938 is AI. What's your obsession with men calling you cute, weirdo? So if it is AI, I wouldn't know because I'm not the one sending the voice memos in. And I don't understand your question. You
just said that it could be AI because they may not want their voice to be heard. That's what I was just saying, Miss Anne Boleyn. Yes, I say Miss Anne Boleyn a lot because she doesn't seem to understand when people are talking to her. So one way or the other, you understand or you don't understand. And the whole thing of cute, you're the one that goes around saying how cute you are. That's what you call yourself is cute. So if somebody else is calling you cute, that's kind of fishy. It really is. So, yeah, I think you did this to yourself. I think you said it to yourself, you sent it to yourself, and you answered yourself. That's what I think.
So because someone called me cute, it means I'm obsessed with them calling me cute? That doesn't make sense. Elizabeth Sullivan 2965 said, I am a lesbian. He is a man. Okay, but Dalton though? All right, I think you need a little bit of reminding, so let me help you. But like this whole Alexis Dalton thing is like not okay. She's bringing up a situation that I had with someone during like a vulnerable time in my life. 2023 was a crazy year for me.
And all she's doing is reiterating the same exact thing over and over, that she is a lesbian. She is full-blown lesbian. Dalton was a man, just a one-time male thing, and that's it. And it doesn't need to be into her, or the issue doesn't need to be spoken about over and over. It happened. It shouldn't have been brought up again. That's what Anne Boleyn is trying to tell you. And it frustrates her whenever it's brought up again. But she chooses to put this in her video to say, hey, It's been said again by somebody else, so I'm just going to go ahead and put it in here so I can clear it up with everyone.
I shared that I was turning to alcohol because I genuinely was. I was depressed, heartbroken, lonely. I was going through a lot, and I felt myself turning to people and to situations and things I normally wouldn't have. I did reply to Dalton. He was making me feel good about myself where I felt bad. Yeah, it felt weird to me. One night, I got extremely drunk.
Let me go ahead and give you every single excuse that I can possibly give you, because that's what's important here, is I need to give you a reason that I did what I did with who I did it with, and you need to excuse everything I do, which I don't owe you any explanation, but I'm still going to go ahead and give you excuses because I'm Amberlynn Reed.
And he ended up calling me, and things went to a different level than they probably would have if I was sober. Like, I feel awful saying that out loud. It wasn't my finest moment. I was really drunk.
You can, no, you cannot use that as an excuse, Amberlynn. Way too many times you have said, I might have been drinking, I might have been drunk, but that doesn't matter. I still knew what I was doing. You have come on live stream saying, yeah, I may be a little drunk, but I'll remember this. I know what I'm saying. I know I shouldn't be on here, but I still know what I'm doing. So you can't use that as an excuse. Maybe you shouldn't have done live streams like that, Amberlynn.
I was sad. I guess I just wanted to feel something other than like the sadness and the depression I was going through in that moment. Plus, I was really drunk. My brain was not fully there. Can be and is fluid, but I am a lesbian. Turning a vulnerable night for me where I was in a vulnerable state and I made a decision that I normally wouldn't have, turning that into a way to monetize something that should not be monetized is crazy work. But it didn't feel right to me. In my gut, it did not feel right to me. And genuinely, I think questioning people's sexuality is
Don't even start, Amberlynn. Don't even start, because you're the one that when you were with wifey, you said you wouldn't mind, trying to be poly, because that's what wifey was. So you cannot come back on anybody else now. When you state something and you hold it as fact, then other people are allowed to hold it as fact as well. Then whenever you came back, I never said that. That's the problem with you having everything on your channel. And you being a vlogger on YouTube, people can go back and watch it and say, see this? This is when you said it. This is when you did it. You don't recall that, though, and you don't seem to understand that most people know exactly how you are.
The weirdest, most oddest thing in the world. And as a lesbian who was ashamed all of my teenage years because I like the same sex, it is genuinely insulting.
And you get insulted by all kinds of things, especially whenever it's talked about you being with a boy, because you didn't like it that your first girlfriend or whatever, or Casey is now, but you didn't like it because Casey taped themselves down up here and looked like a male, because you were not dating a male, you were dating a female, and you didn't like the way Casey presented themselves. That was your problem, and at the time Casey was not Casey.
Lumberry said, can you please change T or tail to just tail, because every single thing has just been tail. I try so hard to find rumors that are actually real, but most of that is real, I just literally admit to anyways, and I'm like, yep, that's real, that did happen. A lot of rumors are really just that, rumors. It's things that people want to believe are real, so it's just my way to dispel those.
So you're saying a lot of the rumors are real, right? A lot of them are real? So why don't you start making a list of all the rumors? Start making a list and going, yep, true, 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 without people having to dig through your videos just to prove you wrong every single time you say, oh no, I didn't do that. That wasn't me. I don't know where you're getting that from. I didn't say that. Why don't you just go ahead and make a list for us and admit to all of your wrongdoings? You won't do that.
Soup60 said, girl, stop freaking crying. I'm sorry. I cry a lot. I'm very sensitive. Hard for me to regulate my emotions. I feel things at an extreme level.
You used to not cry all the time. What's changed? Oh yeah, because you want a lot more sympathy now. I forget about that. Yeah, you've got a heart now, right? You only cried whenever it was breakup time. You only cried at that certain time because you would say, I've been crying. I did a video and I was crying so much. But you say that you had to redo the video. because you were crying way too much. But you would get on camera and your eyes weren't swollen. Your eyes weren't red. Couldn't tell you'd been crying whatsoever at all, but you had been crying so hard and so much. And if these people have seen you cry, when? Where? When have you been crying just so much and for so long? When have you been the sensitive one? Because all I've seen is you cause crap.
EMS ABZ 9326 said, almost all of these voice memos are AI generated. She's literally making them. You can even hear the way she talks in each of them. I have not made a single voice memo. They're all from real people who have sent them to me.
If she does not choose these, then how in the world are they all talking about AI voices? She don't choose them though. There's not any in here going, hey, Amberlynn, I like you. Hey, Amberlynn, you're the best YouTuber. And then it goes to AI voices. No. It's AI voice. AI voice. No, yep. These are all about AI voices. Occasionally, you got one in there that's, this, that, and the other. But AI voice. No. There's people that don't like her. Look at YouTube and look at most of the Insta on there. There's plenty of people that do not like her.
And all of these rumors, it makes the people who have actually sent these voice memos to me, it's making them realize more than ever that all of these crazy rumors that people say about me are false and untrue. And it also goes to show that literally some people can be so delusional. The fact that you think that you can hear me inside of other people's voices when literally none of these are me.
It's not inside of other people's voices, Amberlynn. It's you creating AI voices. AI messages, AI generated. That is you. You are not in other people's voices. You cannot speak through my mouth and hear your voice through my mouth. People are not this ignorant, Amberlynn. This tells you don't think. This tells you how you are. This tells what kind of person you are. You want to sit here and say that we are accusing you of one thing when we're not accusing you of jack diddly nothing. We are saying that you are creating AI generated voices for these questions. Not your voice being betrayed through somebody else's mouth. Oh, no, ma'am.
These are all sent to me by viewers, by subscribers, by people on Instagram, by people who genuinely want to ask me questions. This whole AI situation type deal that has been created around voice memos is insane work.
Then don't be doing it, Amberlynn. Don't be doing it. I'm going to say her name a lot because it's addressed straight to Amberlynn. Don't be doing it then and it won't be addressed.
Before AI was even invented at the level that it is now, I used to do things like this. I have done voice memos in the past. I used to actually show Snapchat videos.
Yeah, and you don't want videos done anymore for a reason. Ain't that right, Miss Amberlynn? Ain't that right? Now you're wanting voice memos and that's it. Wonder why? Because it's not as easy to get away with actual videos anymore. When you want to ask yourself questions, it's not that easy to get away with, is it?
Of people asking me questions.
Hey girl, so I've been following you pretty consistently since the pandemic started.
Hey Amberlynn, it's Maggie. So Becky said you were a good singer. Why don't you sing Malibu by Miley Cyrus for us?
Are there any Lego sets or Lego adjacent sets that you have your eye on?
Hey Amberlynn, so my question is, if you could only eat at one restaurant for the rest of your life.
And that was when I only had 13,000 subscribers. Now I have almost 250,000.
Yay for you. I'm glad that your subscriber count went up. So since you got so many more, why can't you go ahead and do video again? Huh? You have, out of all of them subscribers, all of them, are you telling me right now none of them are willing to get on Snapchat anymore and do the little funny faces and send you any messages anymore? Is that what you're telling me? All of your subscribers, none of them have the cojones to get up on your channel and show their face. Really? That's what you're trying to say? Uh-huh. Somebody's getting on camera and lying to the subscribers.
All right, so now let's get into Sippin' Community, where I leave a community tab every single week for you guys to talk about concerns, topics, ask me questions, whatever it may be. So let's get into it. Why do you go after married couples? I don't. I have only ever talked to one person who's been married.
And that's the one about the whole sweater thing that I'm tired of addressing, and it needs to be over with, Amber Lynn. And there are plenty of things over on your community tab that says more than nice questions and simple questions. You need to address the real nitty-gritty ones over there.
And they messaged me first, and I was under the impression that they were actually single in an open marriage and only together for financial reasons. How do you feel knowing you have similar aggressive tendencies as your father? So this question made me feel uncomfy because you guys don't really know anything about my dad, actually at all. Do you think your family talks about how worried they are for you behind your back?
Hey, wait a second. You're gonna just glance over the one about your dad? That's it? That's all you're gonna do? You just gonna go over it? You're not gonna say, oh, well, I'm nothing like my dad? You're not, you just know nothing about my dad. How about if that person knows a lot about your dad? How about if there are people that know about your dad? How about since you said you used to talk about your dad in your old videos and your mama, and you have said about such a horrible childhood you had, and you ended up in foster care, you remember that? And you went to girls' homes, and you had to go from home to home, and so your dad wasn't there, right? So what about that, Miss Emberlyn? Yeah, you just glanced right over that one, didn't you? Funny.
Do they say it to your face? Do they not address it at all? I actually have never thought about it. Like, I genuinely don't know if they talk about being worried about me behind my back. Like, I have never even thought about that before. They've never said anything to my face about it. The only time the topic of like weight comes up is if I bring it up first.
And let me just say something to y'all, okay? Y'all know Janet for the sweetheartedness, and I'm still in there, okay? I really am. I can't stand a liar. I cannot stand a liar. And coming on here and listening to Amber Lynn all this time, and listening to her get on here and doing these little things right here, it's lies. Nothing but lies. That's all it is. And she's choosing to sit down and lie to every single one of her subscribers over and over and over, week after week after week. And she doesn't understand what she is exposing about herself. And I'm not going to sit back, and I'm no longer going to make fun about it, and I'm no longer going to be, oh, it's okay, Amberlynn, it's this, it's that. No, she's actually bored me to a point to where I'm just going to have to start saying, you're lying. That's what you're doing. You're lying. If you're going to start something, you might as well finish it, because that's what you're supposed to do.
Did you have a crush on Crystal's dad? Oh my God, another question that makes me so freaking uncomfortable. Crystal's dad genuinely was like a dad to me. We got extremely close in that way. The dynamic we had was very father-daughter, and like I was planning on being with Crystal for the rest of my life, so he was like a father-in-law to me.
Why are you picking the ones that make you uncomfortable and just uncomfortable? Guys, y'all ought to see her comment section when she gets on her community tab. Y'all really should. It's not nice. These questions, no, it is absolutely not nice whatsoever at all. She does not respond to any of them over there. None of them. You rarely see, I love you, Amberlynn. I'm glad you're on YouTube, Amberlynn. You rarely ever see that. It's just asked of her, why are you such a liar? Why have you been on here for all these years saying you're on a weight loss journey and all you can do is gain weight? People ask her that all the time, and she will not respond. You know, what's the new journey you're on this time? How many pounds are you wanting to gain this week? People ask her this stuff. She's not addressing anything like this, and she won't.
Do you see any similar behaviors between yourself and your biological father? I genuinely am like a lot like my mom. And I feel like my brother, the one that's closer to me in age, the one that's a year and a half younger than me, I feel like he is a lot like my dad. Do you secretly fear getting to a normal size? No.
Why are you bringing up your dad? Yeah, I waited just a little bit. Why are you bringing up your dad and your brother whenever nobody knows anything about your dad or your brother? Huh? Why is it double-edged right there, Miss Amberlynn? Why is it two different situations right there, Amberlynn? Why?
Looking back, do you think it was okay to keep expecting Destiny to drive you around and be responsible for you post-breakup? This actually reminds me of an Instagram message that I received like a couple weeks ago. Let me go see if I can find it. Hold on.
Of course you can find it. Of course you can find it because you have it marked so you can go back and get it whenever it's convenient for you. You hand chose this message. Hand chose what you wanted to answer. You have just... Ooh, you are such a liar.
I found it. Why was Beck allowed to rely on you after the breakup, but people are pissed that you relied on Destiny once a week for groceries after you two broke up? Destiny put you in that position. You moved to Kentucky for her, and then she broke up with you months later after cheating on you.
You are an adult, Amberlynn. An adult. That's why. That's why you shouldn't rely on anybody else. Once you hit 18. And at the time, as a matter of fact, when you and Destiny broke up, you were bragging about how good of an income you were making off of YouTube. You didn't need to work another job. You were doing just fine and could afford everything on your own. Then you could have afforded yourself a taxi, couldn't you? Yes, you could have. You didn't need Destiny running you here and there, just like you don't need your mama running you here and there, but you still make them. That's the problem. You will throw a hissy fit and you will just bark your orders up and down and do everything you can to get somebody to bend your way. So the answer to that is you are a dag-blame frickin' adult.
You didn't know anyone there. You didn't have a car. You didn't have anything. So with everyone's logic of how Destiny didn't need to be there for you after the breakup, then you didn't have to be there for Beck. Beck was in this position because of you, and you were in that position because of Destiny. There's no sympathy for you because you needed groceries once a week, but they expected you to pay for Beck's whole life after the breakup, after everything you already did for them while you were together.
I can't listen to you anymore. You owed Beck money off of the live stream. Bottom line, everything. You made Beck quit their job. You owed Beck for all those years that you did not want Beck to work because Beck had to bend over backwards for you. Beck had to wipe your butt even years after your surgery. Beck had to take care of you hand over foot every single day. You owed Beck. So no way you ain't getting no. Whoa. And the whole thing without a car, that is your own fault. You could have afforded a car, Amberlynn, but you're too dag-blame lazy to go out and get a driver's license. So whose fault is that, Amberlynn? To this day, whose fault is that, Amberlynn? It is yours. Every excuse under the sun is yours. That's all you ever give is excuses. And eventually, and to this point, you have ran out of excuses whenever it comes to me. You are not getting leniency this way anymore because this is absolutely ridiculous and it's full of horse dung is what it is.
Make it make sense. And sorry if this is triggering, but why did you have to treat Beck like a child during their renal failure? But everyone says that your cancer should have been taken care of by you because you're an adult. These people lack such brain skills that it frightens me to even be a part of this community.
Dude, people like me lack brain skills? Really? Okay, I want to know who said this to you. Go ahead, you're showing everybody else's name. Go ahead, show me. Show me who said this to you. Show me who posted this to you. You're showing other people. Do it. Do it. Prove that it's not from you, Amberlynn. Prove it. You won't, because you can't. Do it. You can't take a dare, right? When somebody dares you, you'll do it, right? Do it. Show it. Prove it. You know it's you. You know you did it. You know you want to try to call Beck out. You want to try to call Destiny out. You want to try to call all these people out when the only person that gets called out right now is you.
Whoa. Yup. I'm genuinely just gonna leave that there because...
See, she sent it to herself. She did it herself. There's no explanation needed, and she has nothing else to say because she said all of that.
Amber, I care about you. Can you please stop lying about how much you're eating? You might think it's harmless, but you're definitely making people like me eat even less because I want to stay healthy. So when I do what I ate today videos, those are 100% accurate. 9 times out of 10, I'm doing what I ate today videos because I am on track. It is hard for me to film what I ate today videos when I'm off track.
No ma'am. How many times have we watched What You Put in Your Mouth Today videos and you've said, oh, well, this is all I'm going to have today. This is all I'm going to have today. And then the very next day that you post a vlog, we pay attention and you're like, oh, I gained weight this day because I was off track. Yeah, we've caught you, Amber Lynn. Several times we've caught you, Amber Lynn. Maybe you need to pay a little bit more attention to your own daggum videos, Amber Lynn.
Because it's shameful. It's embarrassing. Like, why do I want to show that? Plus, I know the type of reaction that I will receive. Just out of curiosity, I'm also a diabetic. Do you take medications for health problems? So first of all, you said also a diabetic. I'm not a diabetic. I'm not even a pre-diabetic. And no, I don't take any medication at all.
People automatically think that you should be a diabetic. You know what? But I think she chose this one too. To say, ha, 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 I ain't got diabetes. And y'all can't accuse me of having diabetes because I ain't got it. She chose it. Just so you know. Figured I'd throw that in there. Figured you needed it.
All right, you guys, now it is time for the Lint review. That means you guys get to interview me using voice memos. And the way you can do that is go to my Instagram. If you're unable to send me a voice memo, just send me a little microphone emoji. I will send you a smiley face emoji back, and then you can send your voice memo.
No more voice memos. Nope, we want video. We want video. No more voice. We want video. That's the only way you're going to prove to us that you ain't lying.
And I do not care if you use AI voice generator. I can understand if someone does not want their voice in my video. I will not care. So if you sent me a voice memo weeks and weeks ago, you still have a chance to be chosen because I choose old ones and I choose new ones. All right, let's get into it.
She's throwing out that whole AI voice thing because she knows it was AI voices even though she's saying it's not. She knows, and that means she's able to send voice messages to herself.
Can you see yourself doing social media for the rest of your life, or do you think that you'll choose another career path someday?
Nope. She's got it too daggum good on YouTube, so she's going to stay on YouTube as long as she possibly can.
Slay.
Slay. I can genuinely see myself doing YouTube for the rest of my life. I feel like YouTube is one of those things that is like ever growing. And it's kind of like a TV show. Like people tell me all the time, like, Amberlynn, you're my reality show.
You are actually starting to really, really suck, Amberlynn. You are. I am so bored of you, and I can't be like my joyful self watching you anymore.
You said you prefer dieting over exercise. Have you looked into the benefits of exercise, or have your opinions changed at all? Love you, by the way.
This is the first one that actually sounded like AI to me.
Oh, whatever. You know the man won, both of them. I don't care if you look at both of them, one. I don't care. She knows better.
But yes, the benefits of exercise is definitely, it's really good for your heart. It helps with your stamina. It's good to get your blood flowing. I genuinely don't feel like it has to be used to lose weight. You can lose weight without exercising. But for me, exercising is really good for your heart health. And that's why I got a Fitbit, because I want to start walking more.
Then you got the Fitbit, when are you going to put it on? Huh? When are you going to put it on? When are you going to use it? You've had so many Fitbits in the past. And you have said, oh, this one doesn't work right. This one doesn't calibrate right. This one doesn't count my steps the way I want it to count my steps. This one doesn't keep up with me. This one doesn't fit my wrist. I had to give this one to Beck. I got my new one coming in. Well, I want the newest version. You've had every single excuse for every single Fitbit you've bought. Why haven't you used the one that you bought? Why haven't you used the one that came in the mail? Oh, why? What's the excuse this time? Yeah, we'll get one.
Hey there, Amber. I've been a subscriber for a while, and I wanted to say that I'm really proud of you for persevering despite what goes on around you. My question is hobby related, though, and I was wondering if you've ever tried crocheting before. Because Legos, like, they have a lot of attention to detail and stuff, so I thought maybe you'd like crochet too.
Yes, she has tried that before. You want to know why? Because she put this question in here. If it was the answer of no, this question would not be in here, but she added it. The answer is yes.
Because you can buy cute yarn and you can make like accessories for yourself or for Twinkie. And is it something that you've ever tried, or maybe you would try for fun in the future? Have a good rest of your morning.
Aw, thank you so much. And I have tried to crochet. I've tried to knit, I've tried to sew.
Ah, what did I tell you? She added it for a reason.
None of those things like compute in my brain. Like I genuinely just can't figure it out.
Okay, first of all,
I'm so honored. Thank you for thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Oh no, you had it right. You had it right. Thank you for choosing me. Thank you for choosing me. That's why Amberlynn chose her.
a painter, and I love to binge your content while I paint. I think I just like the sound of your voice. I like to hear about your introspective. I like to hear about your story. So thank you for putting that out to the world, because there are people that appreciate you and enjoy it. My question though is that I know that you're a Miley girl just like I am, and I wanted to know if you have heard any of the
No, I want to hear all the negative ones. I want to ask or hear the ones about Amberlynn lying. That's what I want to hear. I want to know why she put Beck out as fast as she put Beck out. I want to know why she let Wifey move in while Beck was still living there. I want to know answers to things like that she will never ever answer.
Wait, she sent another one. Hold on.
Wait, don't listen to that one. Let me start again. I'm so sorry.
That's a fake laugh. Did you realize that? Did you see that? Did you catch it? Did you catch it? Yeah.
Oh my god, I live.
I'm so sorry. I wanted to know if you've listened to the first 3 drops of the new album. So it's supposed to be a visual album, but what I think you'll find really interesting is the first song is literally just poetry over ambient music.
And if you don't know, Miley Cyrus and Billie Eilish are her favorite singers. So she'll go on forever about them.
And I know that you love to write poetry. I know that you love poetry. And I would be curious to hear what your opinions on this upcoming album will be like. I love you, Amberlynn. I hope you have a great day. Also, your hair has been looking amazing recently.
She's the one that said her hair's been falling out. Where have y'all been? Where have y'all been? I've been watching Amberlynn. Where have y'all been?
Thank you so much.
No, thank you. But yes, I am so excited for Miley's new music. I love Miley Cyrus. And the fact that it's gonna be like a whole film type deal, I'm like, hell yeah, pop off. So the songs that I've seen so far and the music videos, like, first of all, she looks so beautiful and I love the music. Genuinely, when I first heard Something Beautiful, when I got to the chorus, my jaw was on the floor.
Officially, Amberlynn, I don't care. I don't care what music you listen to. I don't care where your jaw was. I don't care where your mouth was. Don't care where it's gonna be. I don't care.
But that's what I like about it. Like, Miley Cyrus's music taste is so broad. She loves everything. But the thing is, it's not only that she loves to listen to everything, she can sing anything and everything. And I like how she shares that in her music style. But yeah, I'm super excited for all of it. Oh my God. I just got a message from someone that said Jordy is a Trump supporter. So...
Ooh, you just could... Oh, Jordy, you're in trouble. Ooh, Jordy's another reaction channel, and you want to know something? Amberlynn cannot stand Trump. Don't you dare say Trump. She cannot stand Trump, and you better not even say that word, type that word, nothing whenever it comes to her channel. That is pure hate. Okay? Hate.
Okay, that's hectic.
Hi, hello from the UK, Amber. My question to you is, what is 3 things you would change about your past relationships and friendships? AKA, just 3 things you would have done differently. It doesn't matter if it's from your relationship with Beck, or from your relationship with Tommy, or from, like, your friendship with Alexis, or...
Oh, yeah, this one is, Miss Amberlynn's got to have something like this, because she's got to say, you know what, if I could go back in time, if I could change something, it would be this, and this. Amberlynn decided this is what she wants to talk about today.
Anybody else? What is 3 things you would do differently?
Hey, Amberlynn, can I suggest something to you? I just want to make a suggestion to you. When you go to pick these, you know, no offense to anybody, no offense, But when you go to pick these, you need to pick the ones that are completely, just constantly talking, because when you start doing voice memos that are it annoys people a lot. It really, really does. And it's been said by more people than me. So when you're picking and choosing, even though you might like the question, or you may want the question, or you may want the statement, you need to be more picky and choosy.
Also, I'm a very big fan. Thank you for your reply on my birthday.
Aww.
I'm so nervous to do this. Thank you.
Aww.
Say, what a quinky dink. Thank you for your reply on my birthday. How did that person know she was going to reply? How? That's funny. This is the first time Amberlynn's ever listened to it. Amberlynn didn't know anything, so how did that person know there was a reply? You getting caught, Amberlynn?
Thank you. You did great. So 3 things that I would change in my past relationships are: 1, not as controlling. 2, learn how to regulate my emotions more so I'm not as sensitive and my emotions aren't as hyper. I'm too hyper aware of...
No, you were mean. You were downright mean and hateful and rude, and you have said it yourself.
Everything. So I notice everything. So then it makes me super sensitive, and it all kind of just goes in this cycle. So definitely that. And 3, not being so anxiously attached.
Amberlynn, baby girl, listen to me.
Your lies are really getting to me right now, Amberlynn. They are getting to me. Yeah, I'm so tired of listening to you lie.
I am drunk as absolute shit. I know I've only got a minute, but I need you to know.
She's drunk, and what does Amberlynn do on live streams now? She drinks. That's what Amberlynn does. She has a couple, right? And Amberlynn is known for her drunk lives in the past. How convenient.
My BFF Rachel, I know she sent you a little microphone recently, so you know you're going to get an audio message from her. But honestly, you need to listen to what she got to say. You know she's being a little bit passive aggressive, but she's just trying to help. You know she the home dog for real. Don't ever let women like Rachel bring you down.
What?
And this is fake, just so you know. The whole what? It's fake. 100% fake. Just figure I'll let you know.
Just trying to help. Bring her up, babes. Bring her up. But let's be honest. I got a few more seconds. You are crazy, girl. I was in a relationship like that, and that was just crazy. Don't ever do that shit again. From her end and from yours, baby girl. Love you, hectic Ambi.
Yeah, that's fake. If you watched Amberlynn for very long, you'd realize 100%.
I'm sorry. Let me go find Rachel's voice memo because I am...
Don't act like you ain't gone and find all these anyways. You'll find it in 2 seconds flat because you already know where it's at.
Lost right now. That was funny. Oh, this says Rachel. Oh my God. Is this the Rachel? Okay.
Are we gonna have our last? Hey Amber, I'm a little drunk, but I wanted to say that I also have borderline personality disorder, but to a certain extent, you can't use it as an excuse.
What are the odds? Can I just say something? Can I just say something? Maybe I should shut up right now, okay? Maybe I should. But in my younger years, when I would drink, I never, ever told somebody, I'm drunk. People would know when I'm drunk. People would know when I was drinking. People would know. If I called somebody on the phone, they would know. If I was texting somebody, they would know. If I was around somebody, they would know. Explain to me, please. My hair's in my way. I need to know. Explain. Please. I don't get it. I'm not understanding this. I'm bewildered right now. I really am. Maybe I'm too old. Am I too old? I think I'm too old. I think I am.
Pop off.
It's an explanation only. You have...
It's an explanation. I mean, we're agreeing so far. Keep going.
Take a step back and think, what if I was the problem? I promise.
Girly pop, relatable.
Oh, so she chose the first one so that she could go find this one so that she could say, I get it. Oh. Oh, okay. Two of them saying the same exact thing. Two of them. Okay.
Go to my journal entries. They all say, what if I am the problem? Have you ever heard of the song TV by Billie Eilish? The end where it's like, maybe I'm the problem, maybe I'm the problem. It says it over and over and then the audience joins in and it's like this whole beautiful moment of like everyone just saying, maybe I'm the problem. When that part comes on, I literally feel my soul like leave my body because I'm like, bro, maybe I am the problem. So relatable. All right, let's keep going.
Oh, lady, quit talking. Quit talking. You know exactly what this person's saying. You know what this person is about to say. You know what this person is doing. You know it all. Quit faking.
Let's keep doing this.
Thousands of people don't hate you just because you're fat. You can be
There is a lot of people who hate me just because I'm fat. I will say that.
People hate you because of your personality and your actions. That's why people hate you. Most people do not walk up and do not see somebody standing here that is overweight and hate somebody because they are overweight just standing here. That is not why people hate you or don't like you. Because I don't have hatred. I wasn't raised that way. And when people say I'm a hate channel, I'm like, you know what? Think what you want to think. Maybe if only I wasn't taught that. But anyways, that's not what happens. You don't see somebody on YouTube and go, oh, that person's overweight, so I hate them. That's not the way it works, Amberlynn. This is why I'm frustrated with Amberlynn.
But that could be in a whole separate thing. Like there are people who hate me because I'm fat, and then there's people who hate me because I have done things that are kind of hecticana, and they've been online, so people have seen that.
asshole, and you need to take therapy seriously. Everyone leaves and quote unquote turns on you because you're the problem.
Amberlynn is the problem. There ain't no other way to put it.
That's harsh, but your online behavior portrays you as a mean-ass bitch. And your past partners just show that it's true. I hope that
she drunk.
And really take therapy seriously and get your BP tree on control.
BP tree?
It's really serious and you need to fix it.
Okay, so Amberlynn just said, oh, this person's drunk, right? So did this person need to say, I'm drunk? I'm drunk? Did this person need to say this? Kinda fishy.
Girl, relatable. We both need to fix it. That was a lot. I love a drunk voice memo. That was fun.
Yep, and you picked it. It was fun because you picked it. I'll say it over and over again. She picked it.
I just really wanted to know if you would ever do a video talking about, repairing your relationship with your mom, because I know that you two have been through a lot, and it probably was a long process to work through everything, and did you guys heal from everything that happened? And I just want to say that I really love you, and don't listen to the haters, honestly.
She's never going to get over the thing with her mom because she guilts her mom and she's mean to her mom right in front of her mom by talking about foster care and talking about how she had to go through all this crap with her mama standing right there. I don't care what you say to me. I don't care what you want to say. I do not care when her mama's standing right next to her and she's talking about her past and how she didn't have her mama there during her past. That hurts her mama. So you can't tell me her mama is over that, because there is no way a mama would be over that. It doesn't matter.
I love you too. And I probably would not do a video talking about mine and my mom's relationship and repairing it or anything like that, because I feel like I just don't want that subject touched.
Because you do her wrong still to this day, and you guilt that poor woman.
And I also think that's a big reason of why it's I don't talk a lot about foster care or the things that I went through.
Are you serious right now? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You are full of the biggest cow
before I went to foster care or in foster care, because there just are certain subjects that I'm just like, ugh.
Hey, Amberlynn, go ahead, remind your mama over and over and over and over again how you saved your little brother's life while she was over there not being a mama. And he was by that blind, the blinds on the window. He was over there and you had to help him out because he was too young to fend for himself whenever it was wrapped around. Yeah, Amberlynn, remind your mama with her mama standing right there. Go ahead, remind your mama again. Go ahead, because we know how much you love to say that in front of your mama.
I don't want that touched by the internet.
As somebody who also lives in Oklahoma, I'm interested to know, what are 2 things you like about living in Oklahoma, and what are 2 things you don't like about living in Oklahoma?
That's hard to answer because I feel like my answers for like what I like isn't really because it's Oklahoma itself.
Okay, I want to go ahead and say something right here. And there are people that say that her mama and her grandma and all them use Amberlynn because Amberlynn now has money. And Amberlynn can now pay for their services and things like that. I don't care. I don't care. Her mama can use her from here and back because Amberlynn uses her mama. She's monetized her mom, her childhood and everything for almost as long as she's been on YouTube. So if her mama is monetizing her, let her. I do not care. I don't care if it's fake. I don't care. I really don't. My issue is with Amberlynn and her lies.
But 1, I love being near my mom. And 2, I love my apartment. So I don't know if that's like Oklahoma itself. I will say in Oklahoma, I feel a lot more accepted. People don't look at me like I'm a monster. People don't look at my legs and like, oh my God, they're huge. I feel more accepted. 2 things I don't like. I do not like that there's like no mountains. Like, where are the mountains? It is so flat. And I also absolutely despise that I live in Tornado Alley. Like, what?
When you were in Kentucky, you didn't like Kentucky because of everything that was around you and how boring it was. Now you're missing the mountains from Kentucky. You ain't gonna be happy no matter where you're at. You always said you wanted to go to California. Uproot yourself and go to California. If that's what you want, go.
Hey Amberlynn, I'm actually so excited to send you this voice message. So my question for you is, would you ever consider getting weight loss surgery again? I know you did in the past and things didn't work out, but would you ever consider it again?
No. Because if she got weight loss surgery, she would lose weight, and that means that she is afraid she'll lose her channel. And that's the truth of that, because she has said it before. She is afraid that if she starts losing all of her weight, all of her subscribers will go away.
No matter what, I support you, so excited to see your answer.
Aw, thank you. But right now in like my current life, without giving like a million different reasons, my answer is no. Weight loss surgery is not something that I'm interested in, but that doesn't mean that I will not change my mind in the future.
Hi, Amberlynn. So I wanted to ask you, my question is, have you ever thought about doing like public or like in-person meetups?
Nope, because she's afraid. She says she has way too much anxiety to meet up in public. She's a shy girl because she can't even go to bingo and yell bingo. She has to tell her mama, hey mom, bingo. And her mom has to say bingo because Miss Amberlynn is too shy. That's what she says.
Or even like at some point going to like different states and like meeting people in person?
No. I'm way too anxious for that. Like, I have a lot of paranoia, and the whole time I'd be like, oh my God, is someone gonna show up with? And that is me being absolutely, without a doubt, 100% transparent right now. I love going in public and meeting you guys. Like, I am recognized a lot, and it is special to me.
And she's bragging just a little bit. Hey, you know what? Everybody knows who I am because I'm a celebrity. But you know what? She don't like it if she's just sitting somewhere and you take a picture of her and you surprise her with a picture. She don't like that. Don't you do that to her. You can come up and take a picture with her to where she can choose her own angle, and she can choose whether you're taking it from the front, the side, or whether she's smiling or she's not. She can choose all that. Don't you dare take a picture of her when she's sitting way over there in the laundromat and she gets to see how big she actually is. Don't you do that. She don't like that.
And it means a lot to me. You guys are always super sweet, but like designating a time and a place would make me way too anxious. I would genuinely be too afraid that the wrong person would show up. That could just be my paranoia, but like stranger and crazier and more hectic things have happened.
Hello, Amberlynn. I've been watching you for a long time. My name is Miranda, and I've been watching since around 2019.
Wow.
So the Beck era.
Yeah, I started watching before the Beck era, pretty much. I don't remember exactly when I started watching, but I think it was before the Beck era. I've watched a lot of Amberlynn, guys. I really have.
Anyway, my question for you is, I understand that YouTube is your main source of income. What plans do you really have for yourself in case YouTube were to fall through or something were to happen and you had to find a new source?
She'd freak out. She'd freak out. She wouldn't be doing anything else. She can't do anything else because she can't stand up. She has no mobility, and she will tell you that. Her body hurts. She will tell you that. And so she has no other plan. So she's just hoping on YouTube.
Thank you.
I would just apply for other jobs, and thankfully I have enough money in the bank and saved up that I wouldn't be like too scared or too worried about it. But it would just be like anyone else getting like fired or laid off, or like their company that they work at no longer exists or whatever. Like you would just find another job.
Well, yeah, it's going to be that easy, Amberlynn. It'd be that easy for you, right? Uh-huh. Considering years ago when you were with Destiny, you actually said it's really hard to find a job for a person my size. That was your words, not mine.
Amber, I love you. And I was just wondering, what would you do if Zachary and Michael never came back to YouTube?
Well,
Zachary Michael is another reaction channel, and anytime she gets to talk about Zach, she's going to talk about Zach, but Zach is back. So, yeah, she should keep her mouth shut now.
he did come back, and I wouldn't really do anything. I would be concerned for his mental health because, like, obviously his mental health got really bad if he didn't return.
You called him out. You better hush your mouth right now. You said that whenever you take a break, he takes a break, and you find it very, very funny that when you need when your mental health is down, his mental health is down. And you know what? The way he makes a living is off of you. He talks about you, and he wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for you.
But then at the same time, I'd be like, well, he's improving his mental health because he's not returning to something that made his mental health bad, if that makes sense. But I wouldn't do anything. I would still just keep making my content as per usual.
Hey, Amberlynn. So remember when you tried mayo and ramen and everybody kind of lost their minds and was super judgy? What?
Don't you dare. Don't you dare, Amberlynn. Amberlynn? Y'all guys listen to this. It's Amberlynn.
I did not know they were super judgy.
It was actually like, okay, Chef Lynn, that might actually slap because I do like...
After all, y'all remember, this is Chef Lynn. You know, kisses to everything.
When my ramen's creamy, I usually do milk and butter in mine. But one day I ran out of milk and I thought of you. And so I put in mayo and sour cream. And honestly, it did slap. So I have to know, are there any other food combos or things like you secretly love that the internet might think is weird or roast you for?
No, don't get her started on anymore. No, don't get her started. We do not want a full cooking tutorial with her. No, we don't want it.
Please be brave and share it for us adventurous little foodies. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. So when I did the whole mayo and ramen thing, I actually had people contact me saying, like, it's really not that weird. They do it in other cultures. And I was like, oh, so maybe that's how my cousin originally learned. But I'm telling you, so good. Try it. But some other weird food combinations that I like, I really like a bagel with cream cheese and then putting like hot Cheetos in the middle of it.
Anything fattening. If it's junk food, she'll do it. Just remember that. She'll do it. Cucumber boat. With bacon.
And then like smashing it together and like eating it like a sandwich. That's really good. Pickles and peanut butter. I promise it's actually good. It sounds disgusting. I'm telling you, sounds horrific, but it's good. If you want another ramen one, I have a whole ramen recipe I can give you guys. Like, it's a whole moment. There's a lot of ingredients that goes into it. Maybe I can do it for a YouTube video sometime, but I'm gonna do a little easier one for you. Literally just cook taco meat.
No, Amberlyn, stop it. Stop it, Amberlyn. I don't need no more. I don't want no more shuffling recipes. No, I've watched way too many cook with me's. I don't want no more.
And then put the taco meat, once it's cooked, in the ramen. It's like a taco ramen. And it sounds so weird, but it's so good. Like, chef's kiss. I'm actually craving that now.
How did I know that was coming? She does that all the time. Chef's kiss. All the time. If it's her stuff. If it's her stuff. If she fixes it, it's good. It's a 10 out of 10 if Amberlyn cooks it. It's always a 10 out of 10. See, I can't even stay frustrated very long. It ain't in me. I think she's so daggum ridiculous, I have to laugh at her.
All right, you guys, now it is time for Tea or Tail, where I talk about some rumors. Are they tea or are they tail? Let's get into it. All Amberlyn does in her members live streams is show the ceiling.
I know the answer to this. No, it's not all she ever does, because she's on screen, because she'll get on screen and she'll text. I'm not a paid member, and I know what she does. She'll be on there complaining about this person and that person. So I know that that's not all she does.
This is such a hectic statement to make because I'm on live for 2 hours and I have 2 pets and I have myself. So when I show the ceiling, it is because I'm like, oh, we need a break. It is either because I am peeing, I'm feeding Twinkie. Like 2 weeks ago, Wasabi took a poop in the litter box, and whenever he poops in the litter box, I like to get that out with the quickness.
Oh, she had to bring that up because y'all remember the bed that was talked about where Amberlyn didn't clean the litter box, and so they didn't like pooping in the litter box that was not clean. You remember that? And so the cats would just go all over the bed and everything in the spare room. Remember that? So Amberlyn's got to bring it up now that if Wasabi poops, because Rarity's not there anymore because Amberlyn really just didn't give 2 craps about Rarity. But if Wasabi poops now, she's got to get up. She's got to run over there real fast. She got to empty it really, really fast because it's got to be brought up because everybody's got to know she cleans the poop.
So I literally said, hold on, you guys. Wasabi just went poop. So let me go clean the litter box real quick. What's the scratching sound? It's the Wasabi just using the litter box. Oh, he took a dump for real. All right, I'm gonna go pee, clean that litter box, and then I will be right back, okay? Or it's because Twinkie wants to get up on the couch and she doesn't want to jump, so I have to pick her up. It's only ever things that I need to genuinely go do.
If Twinkie wants up on the couch, you don't have to move the camera to the ceiling. It's so simple. Twinkie actually comes up to you and you can pick up Twinkie and put her on the couch. That's just an excuse.
And attend to. And sometimes, which it hasn't happened in the last few weeks, thankfully, but sometimes I get really anxious and I just need a minute, genuinely a minute, before I actually have an anxiety attack on live stream. I do not want that. So out of a 2-hour live stream, maybe there's 5 minutes.
And let's address how much time you spend texting or you spend, saying, there's only 2 minutes left. There's only 2 minutes left. I get off in a minute. I get off in a minute. You're just disrespectful and rude.
Of you guys just communicating together, but thankfully my supporters are extremely understanding.
That's what you call it. Communicating together. Not you ignoring them. Communicating together. Okay.
That I do have things that I have to do in my home, and a lot of people tell me, Amberlyn, do not hold your bladder. Get up and pee if you have to pee, and I'm not going to feel guilty for that. Amberlyn goes to bingo 3 times a week. I go to bingo once a week. There was a time in the near past that I went to bingo 3 times a week. Trust me, that never happens, but I go once a week. So I tried very hard to find a rumor that was true. So I don't even have a 3rd rumor today. Normally I like to do 3 of them. So I literally went to Instagram and I was like, send me rumors.
Yeah, I saw that. And I guess nobody had a rumor out of everybody that follows her. Nobody had a rumor. There could have been something that she could have just addressed. It didn't necessarily have to be a rumor. She's the one that comes up with the categories, but she also ignores what she wants to ignore.
And every rumor that I saw, I was just like, this is dumb. I've talked about this before a million different times. Well, that's not true. Well, that's something my lawyer said I can't talk about. I was trying so hard to find one that was true. And like genuinely, there's just none that are like true right now because it's that I've talked about ad nauseum.
Yay, bad choices. We're almost done. We're almost done. Heck yeah. I'm almost done. Y'all better be celebrating too. That means we almost got through this.
All right, on to the next thing, which is bad choices. We're going to choose 5 of these and answer them. And I've had people who are like, why does she do this part? Like, this is so weird and random. It's because I like weird and random. I like the type of questions that they ask. Like, it's things that are so crazy absurd.
Yeah, and you like to answer ones that are completely inappropriate, and I don't necessarily like them because I don't want to know about your private life.
And I like absurd things sometimes. Would you shave your eyebrows off for $1,000? No.
No, you always say that you don't have any daggum eyebrows and you always got to fill them in. So I don't understand what the problem is there.
Have you ever secretly thought that you would make a really good gangster?
No. Because gangster has to hold their own and Amber Lynn tells way too many lies, so she'd be in trouble.
No? What? Would you never have sex again in your life for $3 million?
Amber Lynn's gonna say no because she can be, I'm not gonna say that word.
Oh my God, that is crazy. The answer is no. I would rather have sex than have $3 million. Have you ever been caught having?
Why these always gotta be so daggum personal, Amber Lynn? I don't want to know these things about you, but you make sure we know all about you.
I've never been caught having sex, but I've been interrupted before. And like, they didn't know that I was having, if that makes sense. Because it was behind the door. Never mind, I'll have to explain.
Please don't explain. I don't need to know anymore, Amber Lynn. I'm good.
Have you ever thrown a party for a pet? Yes, I have. So those weren't so bad this time.
Thank goodness, because I'm about done with you.
But I noticed that the 5 that I did in the last video, they were all very overly sexual.
Yes, because I keep having to edit out all these daggum words, and I'm tired of editing you out. I got to edit out a bunch of words in this one, and I just get tired of it.
Sometimes that happens, and I am very much an open book. I'm 34 years old. My analytics show that no children watch me, really.
But parents with kids watch me, so I try to do the right thing, Amber Lynn. You know, there are people that like me, you know, and I try to keep that up. Yeah, I haven't ticked everybody off like you have.
So, if there is a child watching me, stop watching. Everyone who watches me is above 18, and I'm an open book. I'm allowed to talk about what I want. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed. This has been over an hour long, so I have a lot to edit down, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Bye, Amber Lynn. And you know what this means? You know what this means? We get to celebrate. We're done with this. I made it through it. And for y'all that think that I'm just mean, rude, and I'm all this and that, y'all know who I really am. But good, I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of the deceit. I'm tired of all of it. Because she sits down, and this is where common sense is lacking up here, okay? She is, because she's sitting down and she's talking about all this stuff, and it's like, we've caught you here, we've caught you here, we've caught you here, we've caught you here. And she's got an online diary pretty much. And we see this stuff. We see her. And she wants to say, oh, well, if you notice, there's nothing bad in there. Nothing. And trust me, there's plenty of bad questions being asked of her. There's nothing bad, though. I wonder why. Because Amber Lynn, as I said, picks them all. And she cannot convince me she doesn't pick them all, because she does. But alright, guys, I'm done mouthing her. She is so daggling boring. Oh, she's daggling boring. And y'all may get more videos of me being like this, because I'm just getting frustrated with her. She used to not be like this. It'd be somewhat decently easy, not easy, but decently something to watch. She ain't no more. I tell you something, the other creator done got boring. This one's getting boring to me. I don't even know what I'm going to do now. I'm like, I gotta find somebody else that I mouth all the time whenever I'm on YouTube, like listening to YouTube. And I don't even know who that is. I mouth too many people, so I don't even know who it is anymore. But okay, I'm gonna quit rambling, I'm gonna quit talking, and I'm just gonna say, I hope you had a good day, night, weekend, holiday, year, whenever you might be watching this. And remember to smile today, or make somebody else smile, 'cause it really can make a difference. Alright guys, Y'all make sure you have a good one. Bye!